Well, boys, today's the day we're gonna put the 12 valve into the Ford. Now, I did wash the frame a couple times, and I got the fuel tank out, and it's sitting over there because I got to put the sump in there, and I drain all the fuel anyways. And also, I'm taking out the OEM fuel lines for the fuel conditioning module. So all these factory lines I'm going to take out, and I couldn't get at the clips to take the fuel lines out because they're behind the tank. So I just ended up pulling the tank out. Yeah, I got the frame pretty clean. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook it up to the crane, put the last engine mount on the other side, and then kind of hang the Ford side mounts and then drop it in, and then it'll just kind of sit in the saddle, and then we'll bolt it all in, and then we can get the transmission put in and drop the cab on, put the fuel tank back up, reconnect the drive shafts and everything, and then make a new downpipe and basically everything else. But I think before I do that, before I put the engine in, I'm gonna take out this shitty level, because as you can see, these brake lines are just tighter than shit, and whenever I have the truck on the lift, it gets really tight. And also this level that's in the truck, it sheared off the vacuum lines, because as you can see, that you can't even connect that. So yeah, I'm gonna take out the level. I'm probably gonna reverse level the truck, so pull out the level, and then we'll get the engine set in. So that's what you guys are gonna see next on the time lapse. Alright, so we got the engine set in the chassis, and these are diesel conversion specialist engine mounts, and it fits pretty well. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab that transmission, put it on the jack, put it in, get it all bolted up, get the flex plate bolted up, like to convert it to the flex plate, and then we can get the proper position of the engine, because these are slotted, so you can have it back further if you're running a mechanical fan, or you can have all the way up so you don't have to change your drive shaft lengths, which I'm going to do because I'm going to be running electric fans on this engine. But yeah, so I'm going to throw the transmission in, probably transfer case, bolt the drive shafts back up, and then I'm going to tighten everything down, so like those mounts and those mounts, and then I think we're going to be pretty close to test fitting the cab. Might make the downpipe first just because it's easier with the cab off, but yeah, here we go. Okay, so we got the transmission and the transfer case all bolted up, and what we did, we just rolled the chassis under the truck and dropped the cab on it. I didn't film it though because it was honestly not really fun to watch, but we got the engine placed where we want it. So what we're gonna do now, or what I already did, was to tighten all the engine mount hardware and the transmission mount hardware. And you saw that we moved the cross member to the back bolt holes. This would be for a ZF6 transmission. That's where the transmission cross member would be for that. And it's right about in the middle of those mounts. Have really good clearance, you know, maybe about 1 inch from the firewall to the back of the head. Which would be nice in case, you know, if I ever have to change the rear freeze plug, or, you know, getting at these back bolts for the manifold, or, you know, you name it, it's not bad to do. So we got all the bolts tightened down. So this is where it's going to sit. This is final position because it's very adjustable, because as I said, these are slotted. Now what we got to do is get our drive shafts measured up, because obviously, you know, they're quite a bit longer, so we got to get this guy shortened, and then the front drive shaft will have to be lengthened, and then also we'll have to make a new downpipe. But I think I'm just going to go with a flexible locking dipstick, just because where it sits, you know, this is right where the turbo is, and then if it's down, then it's by the downpipe instead. I'll probably just put a flexible one on, you know, route it along the firewall. That'll look a lot better. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Really not sure where I'm at with these updates, but the next video you'll see, I think we're going to take the fuel tank, put it back in, and then get our air dog all mounted up, as well as our Beans diesel fuel sump, and then we can start, you know, plumbing it in and getting that all done. Basically, I want to get everything done that needs the cab off, or is easier with the cab off. So obviously, like, I'll get all the wiring for the trans done, and drive shafts aren't a big deal because I have to take that to a drive shaft shop to get shortened and lengthened. So that's just a waiting game. But I'd like to get the cab back on and bolted on and everything. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys liked the video. Comment, share with friends, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.